We got London on the trip.
Whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's that made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of here to doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. The whole club. My clown way too white to be shooting in the eyes. I'm sleeping good at night, see the door don't got no locks. To be spiteful, she best friends with the ops. And you need better styles. Standing on my money, dog. Please don't get the involved. Ain't nobody running off. Rules to the basics. I can't be no son-in-law. I can't take the summer off. I make it look good and all, but this is no vacation. All the goons, they respect me and I know it. Watch your work.
Well, the humidity's still a factor on this fall afternoon, but no rain in the forecast. That's the good news as you look inside Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Lawrence going to put it up right away. Flush to his right. And his first look is incomplete. When you look at this Bronco defense, it's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give to Etienne running right. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. This defense for the Broncos, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Lawrence on 3rd down. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's got it across midfield and in the Denver territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The Jaguars at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And ETN going to have a Jags first down as he'll get this down inside the 40.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game. It will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Straight ahead, ETN. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Levante David in on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10. Lawrence. Screenplay. Here's ETN. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down.
11, Agate. Think right open. Smash. 11. Hey, kill.
Now Lawrence to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
For the Jaguars field goal, a 31-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. All in all, a pretty decent opening opening drive, Charles, pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Ready, break. Hot 70.
Mims in motion right. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And that's caught out wide by Cooks. So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. You look at this Jaguar defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Here's 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will handle first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run it again with Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Ready, set.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Jaguars 3, Broncos 7.
Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Okay, ready?
Off the play fake. Morrison. Short throw caught by Dulcich. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On third down, Bradshaw. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Looking to throw. Morrison. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. They'll run out of the gun, and this is going to be a reverse here. And they are going to have a first down. How about the play call there? The reverse on 3rd down does the trick.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They give it to Williams, running right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
This 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
The Broncos on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. Off the bootleg. Morrison sliding out of the pocket. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, that's all about moving the pocket on 3rd down so the defenders can't just go to one spot and find the quarterback. Bootlegged him out to his right against the grain, able to spot the open man, and got it to him for the first down.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. They'll run with Montgomery. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Williams bowling his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A strong run there, boy, when he gets it, especially around the goal line, like a bull in a china shop.
And none of us ever want to confront that bull in any china shop, do we? Any more than we want to confront him. Got behind his pads, ran with power, and got into the end zone.
What an asset around the goal line, a guy like that.
It's almost like a safety blanket, isn't it? When all else fails, hand it to this big back and let him power his way forward.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Jaguars 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Lawrence changing the play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence, and that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Hey, Lion.
3rd and 12.
Hey, kill.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
30 left. 11. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
45-yard line.
Hey, run. 11.
Etienne up the middle, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now Lawrence going to get his guys to go quickly.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12. at the 43-yard line.
St. Price.
On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. And this one too low.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Easy. Check smash. Go.
Lawrence will throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Let's go. 11, Agate. 13, Lou. 11, Agate. Think right open.
Now Lawrence. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this 3rd quarter at their own 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. got to make completion, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll bring up second down.
It's second and 8 at the 38-yard line.
Off play action. Morrison rolling to his right.
That's taken in by Dulcich.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in colleges delivered to the NFL.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
On the pickup. Second and 6 at the Jaguars' 40-yard line.
Let's go now.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a second down and 6. And now they'll shift things around.
To throw on second down. Morrison. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They go play action here on first down.
This one swung out to Williams.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On second down, Montgomery. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Mims in motion right. They'll fake the jet sweep, and instead give up the middle to Williams.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This is 2nd and 8.
Now a handoff up the middle. Bradshaw. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, Morrison.
Finding Williams on the check down. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And his kick here is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, they'll let Kirk try and run. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. Still going. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead here the final seconds of the third quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. down the left sideline. Inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Let's go 52.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And quickly they get to the line. On second down, Etienne once more. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A handoff for Etienne, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
In motion right is Ridley. On first down, right back to Etienne. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Etienne once more. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Jaguars on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Gun. 11. Hey, kill. Hey, I'm gun.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. And he is caught. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. They'll send Kirk in motion right.
Easy. Read a 24. Read a 54. Hey, here we go, baby. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 7. In motion comes the tight end left.
30 left. 11.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Go. Great job. Sink right. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got his man. It's clear. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. McManus's point after is good, and that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on second down. Morrison. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, Bradshaw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
Up the middle, it's Williams.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Now 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Big play looming here. This is 3rd and 7 with a crowd on their feet. Now they'll change things up.
He's back to throw. And this one is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two. play the best defense you can and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Go, let's go.
Here's Lawrence. Buying time to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away. Live to fight another down.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got him in wide open. Complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Hey, I'm gun. Think right. 30 left. 11. There we go.
Lawrence. It's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the Jaguars going to get possession of the football first here in this overtime session as the kick is away. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Another tote for Etienne. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout.
They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Now Lawrence going to move him around a bit.
30 left.
Here's a give to Etienne. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk.
Down the left sideline. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defensively now, the ultimate challenge. Of course, the ball gets in the end zone. This thing's over.
And I remember my coach has always talked about in goal line situations, and now you're in overtime where they have to keep them to 3 points. Otherwise, this thing is done. Win your individual battle within the framework of the team defense. Beat that guy across from you and make a play. I expect them to attack on defense and not sit back.
Easy, 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 easy.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
Hey, hey, hey. Alert, alert.
And now an audible here into something else.
All right, here we go. Done. Go, go. Sink right. Go, go. Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Well, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for the Jaguars, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.